Good morning. This is video 23 out of a series of 40. Today the 3 fire exercises, after having repeated them 7 times, they have fallen off the schedule. And before they are being replaced, we have only 5 asanas, 5 exercises on the schedule. A little bit short. We follow a certain schedule that is related to our teacher training course. So we'll just have the 5 asanas today before new exercises are being introduced. In video 26, we will introduce the headstand. So stay tuned. Headstand, intimidating, scary, but actually it's much easier than you think if you can overcome that instinctive fear. So I will guide you through the headstand step by step in a very sensible way. And if still you don't like it, or you can't overcome the fear, then you don't do it. Simple as that. Later, this is my plan, I want to finish the series of 40 for anybody who starts practicing yoga without any prior experience. It helps you build strength, become familiar with the concept, the technique, so you develop skill. And based on that, after the series of 40, we will then start daily workouts that are more intuitive, the way that I teach in a studio class. And the way that I teach in a studio class is to very systematically deal with all parts of the body. So there are some standing poses, there are some midsection poses like the fire poses, core strength, and then there are some upper body strengthening poses. So you work from the bottom to the top, bringing all that energy up. But until then, we focus on finishing the series of 40, and we go through the schedule as it exists. Let's close our eyes for a moment, just for a minute, in silence. We close our eyes and we try to just be present, clear the mind. Slowly open the eyes again. There's something else I need to tell you. On Sunday, today is Sunday, we usually have our teacher training course, which runs all day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is in the teacher training course that we make our videos titled Raja Yoga. We don't record the whole class, but we only record the lecture part. Those videos are titled Raja Yoga. If you follow those and you're looking forward to the ones that are coming out today, I have to let you know that the government, the Korean government, I'm in Seoul, South Korea, since last week has prohibited all gatherings, including yoga studios. So for the time being, we will not be able to do the teacher training course. It's postponed until we are allowed to do so again. That also means that for the time being, there will be no Raja Yoga videos posted. Okay, just wanted to let you know. Please stand up. Start in Tadasana. Now the first pose is Uttanasana. That is the third pose in a series of Padangusta, Padahasta, and then Uttam. So the last video finished with Padangusta, Padahasta. So to build up towards Uttanasana, which is today's first pose, to build up towards Uttanasana, we need to start with Padangusta. If that goes well, we move to Padahasta. If that goes well, then we end up in Uttanasana. Okay? Inhale deep. And maintaining a hollow back as long as possible, we bend forward, grab the big toes, and consolidate for a while. Tilt the pelvis a little bit more. Try to push the belly down, not the head or the chest. The belly will touch the thighs. We maintain straight back. Padangusta, the big toes. That goes pretty well. We switch to Padahasta. We put the hands under the balls of the feet. Again, we focus on the tilt of the pelvis and elongating the spine actively. Do not rest in the pose. Many yoga teachers tell you once you're in the pose, they tell you to relax. That is not correct. Exercise does not work when you relax in the pose, even though it might feel very nice. That's not how it works. I explained that also in the theory videos. Okay, if Padahasta goes well, we then stretch the hands as far as possible behind us. And while elongating the spine, we completely bend forward. Okay, slowly come back. And relax for a moment. This is so nice. Let's have a look at it from the side. Start in Tadasana. Stand erect. Inhale deep. Exhale, maintaining a hollow back. We have Padangustasana first. Focus on the tilt of the pelvis and straightening the back. This goes rather well. We move on to Padahasta. Again, after putting the hands under the balls of the feet, we focus on the tilt of the pelvis and straightening the back. And if this also poses no problem, we end up in Uttanasana. Stretching the hands back as far as possible. While elongating the spine, we completely bend forward this time. And slowly come back. And relax for a moment. Take a deep breath. Then we have Parikasana, the crossed bar. Standing on one knee, remember this leg must be vertical, perpendicular to the floor. Do not overstretch. That makes the exercise unnecessarily difficult. It's very intense if you do it correctly. There's no need to spread too wide. Okay, palms of the hands facing the ceiling. Inhale deep. Exhale, focus on the tilt of the pelvis. Like the triangle pose, there's a slight rotation of the hips and a very deep tilt. And the left hand moves in the direction of the right hand. If you're flexible enough, the hand can touch, but most people, in order to reach the hand, compromise the pose by bending the upper body, and that is not allowed. Pull the upper shoulder back, stretch up fully, and forget about touching the hand. It's better to work on the alignment. It has much better effect. Slowly come back, sitting on the knees. Relax for a moment, take a deep breath. Then we switch. Inhale deep, exhale, maximum tilt of the pelvis sideways. And slowly come back. Relax for a moment, take a deep breath. Then we have Karna Pidasana, Karna, ear pida pressure, which you do with your knees in the shoulder stand. So we lie down on the back. We start with Salamba Sarvangasana, the plow pose, and then we bring our knees down to the chest, covering the ears. So lie down on the back. Start with Salamba Sarvangasana. You go up, support the back, rearrange the shoulders until you feel you're comfortable on your shoulders. Consolidate for a moment before you move on to the next. Halasana. Lower the feet. And clasp the fingers and bring the hands down. Consolidate for a moment. Don't go too fast. And then we have Karnapida. Bend the legs, bring the knees down to the chest, covering the ears with the knees, the insides of the knees. Okay, and slowly go back. Now what we can do, the next pose is Salamba Ekapada Sarvangasana. If you want, you can take a rest lying down. But if you feel good enough, strong enough, you can fuse Ekapada Sarvangasana with Karnapida. So you come back to Salamba Sarvangasana. Instead of lying down, you do Ekapada, one leg down. And remember, we're not aiming for the floor. We're aiming to keep the back straight and the hips horizontally level. Slowly come back. And then we lower the other leg. Both legs remain straight. You flex both foot, don't point the toes. And the back remains straight, and the hips, the buttocks, horizontally level. Remember, touching the floor is easy. Looks like a pretty picture, but you bend the back, the hips misalign, and you lose the effect. Part of the effect of the pose goes lost. Okay, slowly come back. And as we usually do from Salamba Sarvangasana, we come down slowly and controlled. And we relax for a moment before we finish with Yattara Parivartanasana. Okay, Yattara Parivartanasana, spinal twist. Before we lower the legs to the right, we move the hips to the left. And we do that in order to keep the spine perfectly straight while there is a torsion. Spread the arms, palms of the hands facing the ceiling, and turn the head in the opposite direction of the feet. Okay, and we slowly come back. There is no need to keep the legs straight and raise them like this. That puts an enormous strain on the lower back that can actually give you a lower back problem rather than solving it. So I always come back like this. I bend my legs, slowly restore the straightness, and relax for a moment. Okay, then we switch. Move the hips to the right. Drop the legs to the left. Spread the arms, palms of the hands facing the ceiling, and turn the head in the opposite direction of the feet. And slowly come back. Lie straight for a moment. Savasana. Breathe deep and calm. Relax the whole body. Then we stretch ourselves out, clasp the fingers, stretch yourself out, and slowly come back. 5-minute meditation through simple observation. Sit straight, hands on the knees, close the eyes, breathe deep and calm in silence. slowly open the eyes again. How is that? It's magic, isn't it? Hence the name Magic Pond. Good. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed participating. Have a lovely day and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.